Good morning, Rabbi. Good morning.
Good morning, Harvey. How you doing?
Not bad.
That's good. Good to hear. We'll see. Hello, Zev. Welcome. How you doing? Good to see you. Okay, we're going to be starting in a moment or two on Nun Daled, Amud Aleph, about halfway down the Amud at the Mishnah is where we had left off. So that's where we're going to be starting. We will try to go through as much as we can. Morning, Erwin.
Good morning. Good morning.
Okay, we'll try to cover as much as we can in the abbreviated time that we've been assigned this morning. All right?
Right.
Okay. So just wait about another minute and then we'll get flying, so to speak. Okay. Just quick review that we're talking about what are those items through which an animal can go out in the public domain on Shabbat, whether it was considered to be an adornment or a burden, and therefore it was prohibited, or whether the item was considered to be acceptable. For example, a saddle blanket that might be used to keep the animal warm, okay, would be acceptable so long as it was tied properly. Okay, and then we went into some discussion on the Mishnayot previously about other items, okay, that could be attached to other kinds of, morning, Bob, other animals, okay? Now we're on Nun Daled Amud Aleph, okay, about 2/3 of the Amud down with the new Mishnah, okay, asking the following question. Matnitin b'meh eina yotzah. What is it that we say that an animal cannot go out with? Okay, lo yetzeh gamal b'metul telet. Okay, that we're saying that a camel cannot go out with its saddle cloth, lo akur v'lo ragul, where the saddle cloth or the pad is tied underneath the stomach of the animal or tied behind its tail. V'chein sha'ar kol behemot lo yikshur gmalim zeh b'zeh. Also, you can't tie the animals one to another as if you would think of a caravan. Okay, vayimshoch, and then pull them. Aval machnis hachavalim letoch yado, but he can have a number of camels, each with its own rope, and holding the ropes together. Vayimshoch, and pull them, lead them. Ubilvad shalo yichroch, so long as he doesn't intertwine the various kinds of ropes, right? Concern there being that if one rope might be, let's say, wool, and another rope is something else, linen, you'd have an issue of shatnez. Okay, the Gemara is going to pick up now and continue. Right, Tana, it was taught, lo yetzeh hagamal b'metul telet hakshura lo biznavo, that says you cannot allow the camel to go out with its saddle cloth tied behind under its tail. Aval yotzehu b'metutelet hakshura biznavo ubechot tarto. But have this other braita that says that you can let it go out where it's tied both to its behind its tail and its chotarto, its hump. Amar Rava bar Rav Huna says Yotzei Hagamal b'metultelet akshura lo b'shiliato. Okay, this other Mishnah now tells us, however, that you could have an animal, a camel, go out with the saddle cloth tied, okay, to its afterbirth, right? The implication being there, okay, that in this particular case, the camel would not pull it off because it would be painful, and therefore it's not going to be accidentally falling off the animal, which would result in the owner going into the Rishus Harabim and carrying it. Lo akur velo ragul. We said that it's not permitted for it to be tied both behind its stomach or behind its behind, so to speak, under its tail. So the problem is going to be, what does the word akud here really mean? Amar Rabbi Yehuda, akud, akirdat, yad v'regel. Okay, that seems to be that he's bound hand and the foot. In other words, one front leg and one back leg. That's what would seem. Yitzchak ben Avraham, like Isaac, son of Abraham. Ragul, what does that term mean? Right? Shelo yichof yado al gabe zro'o v'yikshor. That he would not bend his front leg, okay, up. In other words, bend it at the, let's say, knee joint and tie it to the other part of the leg, okay? So the animal would actually be walking almost on three legs. However, the Gemara is going to raise an objection to the explanation of those terms as presented by Rabbi Yehuda. Meitive, akud, shtei yadayim, ushtei raglayim. Maybe it bound in that way means that the two front feet were tied together, or the two hind feet were tied together. Ragul, okay, shelo yichof yado al gabe zro'o v'yikshor. And in this case, this bright is saying that ragul means, again, that you don't bind the front part, the lower part of the leg to the upper part of the leg, the thigh, so to speak, and then tie it. So at this point, the Rabbi Yehuda and the Tana of the objection agree on terms of ragul, but they disagree in terms of akud. Who, now, says the Gemara, Rabbi Yehuda, the Amar ki hai Tana, who says like this Tana, the Tanya akud akidat yad v'regel. He's like the Tana who says that akud means tying of one front leg and one back leg. O shtei yadayim ushtei raglayim. Or is it tying the two front legs together and the two back legs? Ragul, okay, shelo yichof yado al gav zro'o v'yikshor. Okay, that he doesn't bend the lower part of the front leg up to the ankle, let's say, and or up to the thigh part and tie them. Va'akati lo dami, but they're still not the same, says the Gemara. Bishlema resha v'seifa necha. Okay, that's acceptable. Okay, where we say that the first part, okay, is 4 foot and hind. All right, right. What happens? Okay, or the other, or the latter part is lifting, bending it up. Okay, Matziata, but the middle section, kasha, is problematic. Okay, namely this middle section of saying that akud is tying two front or two back together. Elahu da'amar ki hai Tana. but rather he says it according to the following Tana. Akud akirdat yad v'regel ki Yitzchak ben Avraham. That's what he's saying, Rabbi Yehuda, that it's like the Akedah of Yitzchak. Ragu shelo yichof yado al gabe zroa v'yikshor. Right? So that is what we're saying. There is the implication of the meaning of Akud and Ragu. Okay, that it seems that Rabbi Yehuda follows one Tana and agrees with him, but follows a different Tana in terms of agreeing with him on Ragu. Okay. V'lo yikshor gmalim, says the Gemara, and we cannot tie the camels so that they're in a line connected one another like a caravan. My Tama, what's the reasoning? Amar Rav Ashi, Mishum de Mechaze Keman da Azil Lechinga. Why? Because it's as if it appears that he's taking the animals to market. Others want to translate Lechinga as a fair. Okay? But in other words, that's how they brought the animals probably for sale in a caravan style. Aval Machnis, he says, but he can gather the individual ropes together. Okay. Amar Rav Ashi, says Rav Ashi, Lo Shanu Ela Le'inyan Kalayim, that this was taught because of a concern about, excuse me, Kalayim. Kalayim Damai, asks the Gemara. What kind of Kalayim are we talking about? Ilema Kalayim da Adam. If we say we're talking about the issue of Kalayim in terms of prohibitions of a person, namely either the mating of diverse kinds, which is one prohibition of a person in regards to Kalayim, or in regards to plowing, which is a second kind of prohibition vis-a-vis a person, okay, or pulling it, right? V'hatnan, but aren't we taught elsewhere in a Mishnah, Adam mutar im kulam lachrosh v'limshoch, that a person is permitted to plow or to have a wagon pulled by different kinds of animals. Ela klayim dechavalim. Now what we're talking about here is the possibility of his fastening two pieces of rope together. V'hatanya, but aren't we taught elsewhere in a Braita, hatochef techifa achat eina chibor, that one who attaches, okay, two pieces of the cords or the ropes together, okay, so long as he doesn't intertwine them, okay, it's not considered a real attachment. La'olam klayim dechavalim. No, we're talking here about the climb of the ropes, vahachi kama, and this is what it means to say, bilvad shelo yichroch v'yikshor, so long as he doesn't interconnect them, doesn't put the ropes together, okay, and then tie them. Okay, let's go on now. Amar Shmuel. So Shmuel ubilvad shelo yitzei chevel mitachet yado tefach. Okay, and Shmuel is saying so long as this rope, all right, the rope that he's pulling the camels with, does not hang below his hand, okay, at least a tefach. Right? Vaha Tana dabe Rabbi Shmuel tfachayim. But elsewhere we have a Tana of the Academy of Shmuel that says it cannot hang below his hand 2 handbreadths. Right? Amar Abaye, and Abaye now is raising the point. Hashta the Amar Shmuel tefach. Here, where Shmuel says it's 1 handbreadth, the Tana dabe Shmuel tfachayim, and the Tana from the school of Rabbi Yishmael, it's supposed to be, not Shmuel. Okay, it says 2 handbreadths. Shmuel, halacha l'ma'aseh, atash la'ashma'inim. Shmuel is actually coming to tell us practical halacha. Okay, that to be on the safe side, it shouldn't, the rope, extraneous part of the rope shouldn't hang below his hand more than 1 breath, even though the prohibition is actually 2 handbreadths. V'hatanya, let's go to Nun Daled Amud Beis now. Ubilvad sheyagbia min hakarka tefach. Isn't it enough that it be held up off the ground, at least a tefach? Kitanya ha'i bechavla de bene bene. Okay, that here, when that was taught, okay, that was here between the camel and the person. That's what we were taught. Okay, we're on Matnitin now, the next Mishnah, as we'll try to continue. Okay, Matnitin, Ein chamor yortzei b'merdat, v'zman she'ena kshura lo. Okay, that we said a donkey cannot go out with its saddle cloth unless it's tied. V'lo bezug af al pi shehu pakuk, and not with a bell, even though it's been plugged. In other words, the inside thing has been removed. I don't remember what that's called. V'lo besulam shebetzavaro, and not with any kind of a ladder, a kind of yoke on its neck. V'lo b'ritzua sheberaglav, and not with any kind of a strap, okay, or ribbon around its foot. Ve'ein hatarnagolim yotzin bechutin, and the chickens, okay, fowl cannot go out with either ribbons or strings on their legs. V'lo b'ritzua sheberagleihem, and again, also not with a strap around its legs. Ve'ein hazcharim yotzin ba'agala shetachet ha'aliyah shelahem, and the rams cannot go out with a kind of wagon underneath its tails, its fat tails. Ve'ein ha'rechelim yotzot chanunot, okay, and the ewes cannot go out, let's call this protected. Okay, ve'ein ha'egel yotzei begimun, okay, and a calf cannot go out with this item called a gimun, which the Gemara is going to raise and discuss. V'lo para ba'or hakofar, and a cow cannot go out with skin of hedgehog protecting its udders. V'lo birtsu'a shebein karneha, okay, and not with a strap or a ribbon between its horns. Parato sherabi Elazar ben Azariah haita yotz'a b'ritzua shebein karneha. But the Mishnah is telling us that the cow of Rabbi Elazar ben Azariah would go out, okay, with a strap or a ribbon between its horns, shelo b'ritzon chachamim, which was not with the consent of the sages. So going on now, Mai Tama, what's the reasoning? Kida Amran, as they said, we said before, Velo bezug af al pi shahu pakuk, and not with a belt, with a bell, okay, even though it's been closed up, plugged, all right? Mishum de mechaze keman de azil lechinga, because it appears then as if it's something that's being brought to the market. Velo besulam shebetzavaro, and not with this kind of ladder-shaped yoke on its neck. Amar Rav Huna, says Rav Huna, be loa. It's a kind of jawbone, okay, or a jaw bar. Lamai avdele, what did they use it for? Lehecha de itle maka, because if the animal has a wound, de lo hadar chayich be, that it wouldn't chafe the animal. lo birtsu'a sheberaglo, and not with a strap on its leg, the avdele legiza, right? Because there it was put on the animal to guard it in terms of its steps, its strides, like how it would walk. Ve'en hatarnagolim yotzin bechutin, and that chickens cannot go out with these ribbons or strings on them. Da'avdai le simana ki hechi dilo lechalfu, so that the persons would put a colored ribbon or string on the chicken so they would not get confused as to who would be the owners of the appropriate animal. Velo birtsua, and not with a strap. The avdele, that they did this, ki hechi delo lidbaru mane, so that the animal would not break a leg, something on its leg. Ve'ein hazicharim yotzin ba'agala, and that the rams would not go out with this wagon to hold up their tails, right? Ki hechi delo lechamtarn alaite, so that the tails, if they were thick, they were heavy, would not bang or strike against the ground, right? Ve'ein harichelim yotzot chanunot, and that the ewes would not go out protected. What happens? Yativ Rav Acha Bar Ula. Rav Acha Bar Ula was sitting before Rav Chisda. V'yativ V'kamar, and he was saying, Misha'a shegozer zinota, from the time that they would shear the animals, Tomnin la azak b'shemen. They would dip a swatch of material and make a compress in oil, umanichin la al padachta, and put it on the forehead of the animal, kadei shelo titztanein, because once the animal was sheared, it could catch cold. So that's how they kept them from getting cold. Amar le Rav Chisda, says Rav Chisda, in Cain, asita Mar Ukva. Okay, that should be the role of Mar Ukva. Elayativ Rav Papa Bar Shmuel Kame de Rav Chisda. But Rav Papa Bar Shmuel was sitting before Rav Chisda. V'yativ b'ka'amar, and he said, B'sha'a shekorat le'leid. No, this was done when the animals would crouch down, okay, to give birth. Tomnim la shnei azakim shel shemen. Okay, they would dip 2 pieces of cloth in oil, umanichim la, and put it on the animal, echad al padachta, one on its forehead, ve'echad al harechem, and one on its womb, kedei shetitchamein, in order so that that would be warm. So previous example, he said, oh, that should be done for Mar Ukva, who's the Reish Galuta. Amar le Rav Nachman, and Rav Nachman says, in Cain, asita yalta. If that's the case, you should do it to my wife, Yalta, because she's very finicky, right? Ela Amar Rav Huna, says Rav Huna, Eitz Echad, Yesh Bekarchei Hayam. No, we're going to give a different explanation to Chanuna, all right? Namely, there's a certain kind of wood that's found in the cities of along the seashore, the Chanun Shmo, and the kind of wood is a certain kind of wood that's name is Chanun, Umevi'in Kesem, and we take a chip of this wood, Manichim la bechot ma, and we put it on the nose of the animal, kadei shetitatesh, in order that it will sneeze, v'yeplu darne rosha, and the worms in its head will fall off. Ihachi, if that's the case, says the Gemara, zecharim nami, shouldn't that be also for the rams? Kevan de, but since the rams bang their heads together, zecharim bahade, one together, mimela naflin. As a result, the worms fall out in any case. Shimon Gzera Amar Shimon the Nazarite says, Amar Kisma the Ritma, that the kind of wood was from a broom or juniper tree. Bishlema the Rav Huna, Hainu de Katani Chanunit. That's acceptable. Why we call it Chanunot. Okay, that these animals from the Chanun tree. Okay, Ela the Rabbanan, but for rabbis, my Chanunot. Why do they call them Chanunot? The Avdinan Lahom Milta, the Merachaminan Alayhu. Why? Because the rabbis use that term to say we have mercy on the animals. Va'en ha'egel yotzei b'gimon. Okay, and we say the animal cannot go out, the lamb can't go out with a gimon. Mai egel b'gimon. What do we mean an egel with a gimon? Amar Rav Huna bar nira. He says it's a kind of small yoke, okay, a board, okay, that prevents the animal from raising its head, right? Amar Rabbi Elazar mai mashma. The high gimon, what's the reasoning for this gimon? Lishna demechaf. It's really language again of bowing or bending. Dichtiv hilchuch agmon rosho, like the ruler who bowed his head. Velo para ba'or hakupar, and not a cow going out with the skin of the hedgehog protecting its udders. The avdela, because they did this, Kihechi delola metsuya Yahweh. Why? Because they didn't want creeping animals to suck from the udders. Velo beritzua shabein karneha, and not with a strap between its horns. Ila Rebbe, if it's Ila Rav, if it's Koine Rav, Bein Lanoi, Bein Lashamer Asur, regardless if it's an adornment or for protection, it's forbidden. Ila Shmuel, if it's according to Shmuel, Sumri da Amar Lanoi Asur, the Shamer Mutar. According to adornment, it's forbidden. For protection, it's acceptable. Parato shel Rabbi Elazar ben Azariah, the cow of Rabbi Elazar ben Azariah, said went out. V'chada para havyale. Did Rabbi Elazar only have one cow? V'ha'amar Rav, and didn't Rav say elsewhere? V'amre la amar Rav Yehuda. Others say it was Rav Yehuda. Okay, in the name of Rav. Tracer alfe agle have maaser Rabbi Elazar ben Azariah me adre kol shata v'shata. That 12,000 animals, all right, would Rabbi Elazar ben Azariah would tithe from his herd from one time to another. Tana lo shelo. Another writer says it wasn't actually his haita, ela shel shchinato haita, but it was his neighbors. Umitoch shelo micha ba nekret al shemo. And since he didn't object to the neighbor allowing the cow to go out with this ribbon on Shabbat, okay, that's why they called it was like his. Rav Rabbi Chanina, Rabbi Yochanan, Rav Chaviva, matnu bekule de seder moed. Okay, we say here that these other sages taught the following in regards to the seder of moed. Okay, in terms of parallel of pairs. All right, kol ki hai zuga, whenever there was a pair, chalufe Rabbi Yochanan umayel Rabbi Yonatan. Instead, replace the name of Rabbi Yochanan with the name of Rabbi Yonatan. Kol mi she'efshar lemchot v'anshei beito. But here we learn that anyone who is able to protest something in regards to his household, v'lo mecha, and he doesn't protest, that pas al anshei beito, he's considered guilty like those of his household. But anshei iro, if they were part of his city and he didn't protest, that pas al anshei iro, he is then held responsible for the people of his city, the fellow citizens of his town. B'chol ha'olam kulo, if he doesn't protest in regards to the entire world, that pas al kol ha'olam kulo, he is held responsible for all the people of the world. Okay, Amar Rav Papa, says Rav Papa, Bahani debe reish galuta. Okay, and this also refers to the members of the Reish Galuta's household, right? Mitpasu al kule alma, that they are held responsible for everyone in the world. Kihada amar Rabbi Chanina, like that which is said by Rabbi Chanina, Mai dichtiv, okay, as it's written, Hashem b'mishpat yavo im ziknei amo v'sarav, that the Lord enters judgment with the elders of his people and the princes, namely im sarim chatu, if the prince is still, okay, zikinim ma chatu. That's what did the elders say? That the elders will be punished, okay, for not forbidding the princes, and we'll stop there. Okay, everybody have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a wonderful Yom Ha'atzmaut.
Yom Ha'atzmaut Sameach.
Sameach. Bye-bye.
Good day. Have a good day all.